Right now, the Middle East is on a knife's edge. Seriously. Tensions are escalating so fast that analysts, world leaders, pretty much everyone is just bracing for what might come next. So let's break down exactly what's going on and, more importantly, why it matters to you.
And look, what we're seeing right now, this isn't just some minor flare-up. We're talking about a massive military buildup, the kind of thing that hasn't been seen in, well, a whole generation.
So to put this in perspective, this surge of U.S. military power into the Middle East, it's the largest since the 2003 invasion of Iraq. Think about that. That invasion completely reshaped the entire region. So to see a buildup on that scale again, yeah, this tells you right away this is not a routine deployment. This is a historic, massive show of force. Now, at the very center of this whole thing is the United States, and Washington is sending a very, very clear two-part message to the region and the world. And when we talk about a show of force, we mean it. We're talking about the USS Gerald R. Literally the world's largest aircraft carrier, leading an entire strike group into the Mediterranean. But that's not all. We've got confirmation that even more U.S. military gear is on its way. This is about as tangible as power projection gets. So you have to ask why? Why this huge buildup right now? Well, President Trump pretty much connected all of it to one single non-negotiable point about Iran. He put it very bluntly. They can't have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. And that right there, that's the stated goal driving these huge military moves. But here's where it gets kind of fascinating. You have this real duality in the American approach. Even as the president is saying things like, let's make a deal, keeping that door to diplomacy open, we're also hearing reports that a timeline for a potential military strike has actually been discussed. You know, it's that classic strategy. Speak softly, but carry a very, very big stick. Of course, you can't apply this level of pressure and expect silence in return. That's just not how it works. Iran has responded, and not with words, but with its own very clear, very defiant show of strength. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. It's a classic tit for tat. The U.S. moves its naval assets into the Med. Iran responds by holding joint naval drills with Russia, a major world power, in the Sea of Oman. The U.S. surges in military equipment. Iran responds with its own provocative rocket launch drills. Each side is flexing, directly responding to the other's moves. You know, this isn't happening in a vacuum. It's not just a standoff between two countries. The ripple effects are spreading across the entire region, and believe me, everyone is on high alert. Neighboring countries are basically forced to prepare for the worst. And then, another critical voice enters the conversation. Israel's prime minister issued this incredibly stark warning, aimed directly at Iran's religious leaders, the Ayatollahs. The message could not be clearer. If you make a mistake, if you attack us, you will get a response that you cannot even imagine. I mean, that just raises the stakes to a whole other level. And these are not just words. The consequences are real and they're happening right now. The Israeli military is on high alert, and the sense of danger is so real that European nations, like Poland, have actually started telling their citizens to get out of Iran. When countries start pulling their people out, you know it's serious. So, when you put all these pieces of the puzzle together, the American surge, the Iranian defiance, the anxiety rippling through the region, it paints a picture of a world just holding its breath, walking along a very, very shaky line. You know, there's actually a term for this kind of high-stakes political poker game. It's called brinkmanship, and it's the art of pushing a dangerous situation right to the absolute edge, to the limit of safety, all in the hope that the other side is going to be the one to back down first. And right now, we are seeing a masterclass in brinkmanship from all sides. And that's the tightrope. That's what the entire region is walking right now. On one side, you've got the chance for a diplomatic deal, a way out. But on the other side is the very real, very devastating possibility of open war. And just one wrong step, one miscalculation could cause the whole thing to snap. Which leaves us all with the ultimate question, doesn't it? All the pieces are in motion, the warnings have been sent, the lines have been drawn in the sand. When you're walking a tightrope this high, with stakes this enormous, what happens next?